Hi everyone, I'm Gayle. Thank you for joining me for this full body morning yoga practice. We're going to be focusing on getting our spine moving in many different ways. So we're going to be spiraling and circling and twisting and creating waves and hopefully just getting you ready for a full productive day. So let's start on our backs. And hug your knees into your chest. Place your feet down, rest your hands by your sides. Lift and spread all 10 toes and softly lower them down. Then energize your body by pressing your feet into the floor until your hips rise up. And slowly reach your tailbone towards your heels as you lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae, lengthening the spine. Trying to lower the hips down so they feel even as they settle into the earth. Again, lift and spread your toes. Sprinkle them down and press into your feet strongly. Let your hips rise up. Feel your glutes engaging and hug your knees towards each other. And slowly release as you lower down. We'll do that 3 more times. So lift and spread your toes. Lower them back down again. Press into the earth, into the tripod of your foot. Mount of the big toe, mount of the pinky toe, in the center of the heel. Maybe rise up a little bit more this time and start to lengthen as you lower. So just doing this mindfully, slowly. Once your hips settle down, lift and spread all your toes again. Keep them spread as you lower down. Press into the tripod of the foot. Hug your knees towards each other. Let your hips rise up. And exhale, slowly lower down. One last time. Lift and spread all the toes. Slowly lower them down. Activate your feet by pressing into the tripod of your foot. Float your hips up, 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 up. And slowly extend your tailbone towards your heels as you lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. When your hips are settled down, hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to rock up to, we're going to come up to standing. So you can try rocking up to standing. You can roll your way up to standing. You can come up however you want. But first, let's just rock back and forth, trying to round your spine as much as possible. And if you want to rock up, you want to kind of tuck everything into a tight little ball, keeping your chin tucked. You can use a little momentum and rise all the way up to stand. So let's start with our feet a little wider than hip distance apart and knees softly bent. Matter of fact, just do a couple little bounces here. And we're going to work on spiraling around our spine. So with your knees bent, start to stretch your right hand to the left, reaching out on a diagonal as you pull your left hand back and look over your shoulder, look towards the left, and then come back to center and switch directions. So your left hand pushes to the right, spiraling to the right. And reverse. So you can even stretch with your eyes a little bit. Just let your knees, if they want to straighten a little bit, if that back knee wants to straighten, let it straighten. And just take your time to move through this spiraling range of motion. And just imagine that spiral along your spine. I'll just do a couple more of these, just going at your own pace. You can inhale as you reach out, exhale back to center, and reach out again. Let's go 3 more times. Sometimes I forget to look over my shoulder. So think that you want that spiral going from your feet all the way out through the crown of your head. One more time each side. Nice. And come back to center. Softly bend your knees. Turn your toes out a little bit. Bring your hands together in front of your solar plexus, so your dantian. And then just little, like bend the knees, lower down, and straighten the legs, lift up. Just nice and soft. Keeping your feet rooted. And feel just like a slow descending and a slow rising. And keeping your knees bent, twist to your left, and then kind of lift your left shoulder up and dip your right shoulder down and twist to the right. Making like a little bit of a figure 8 twisting motion. Moving softly with your breath. Maybe do a little bit of a posterior tilt with your pelvis so you're not overly arching your back. And feel your spine just gliding from side to side. And come on back to center. Heel toe your feet in so they're about hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers, reach up. And then lift your heels up and lower them down. We're just going to lift and lower our heels, trying to do it with some kind of control. And trying to see if you can lift up nice and high. Your gaze can be forward or up. Notice when you maybe fall a little bit like I just did. And then see if you can reach your hands up a little bit taller. And really feel your calves working, your big toes working. Notice that this starts to get a little bit easier, a little bit smoother. Just do a few more of these. Nice. And then bring your palms together, lower your hands down by your heart, close your eyes, feeling your Tadasana, your mountain pose, that deep connection to the earth. On your next inhale, sweep your arms wide, reach up. And on your exhale, bring your palms together, slowly lower your hands down by your heart as you bow your head. And inhale, sweep out and up. And exhale, palms down. Again, inhale, sweep out and up. And exhale, palms down. Come to face the top of your mat. Look down at your feet, lift and spread all your toes. Keep them spread as you lower down and lift your arches. Press firmly into the tripod of your feet and inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down to step back into plank. Puff up between your shoulders and spread from shoulder to shoulder on the front body. Grip the mat with your hands and push down to get a little extra lift. You can keep your knees lifted or lower them down. Bend the elbows, slowly lower down, keeping the shoulders lifted. And then point your toes, curl up into your cobra. Open up to your heart. And lift your hips, slide back into child's pose. Inhale, round forward, keeping your back puffed up. And lower your hips down, curl your back, open up into your cobra. Just moving nice and slowly. And tuck your chin in, lift up through your back, and glide back into child's pose. And we'll just repeat this, taking time to explore the movement of your spine, moving slowly, feeling the shape of your spine go from a rounded shape to an arched shape. Feel the breath lifting you up and gliding you. Again, inhale, round up, full upper back. Start to lower the thighs down. Hip creases down, hips down, open up through the shoulders. And then start to curl under, puffing up into your back. Tuck your toes, slide back into child's pose with your toes tucked. And with your breath, just lift up into downward facing dog. And you can bend both knees at a time, reaching the heels back and then the knees forward, or one at a time. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. Reach it high toward the sky, like you're trying to touch the sun with your toes. And then hug your knee in nice and tight, your heel in tight. Pull your knee forward and step your foot forward. Pivot on your feet so you come through a wide-legged forward fold and keep pivoting around till you're facing the back of your mat. And slide your left leg all the way back and around to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up again. Externally rotate your hips, slide your foot around and pivot your feet, coming through a wide-legged forward fold. Keep moving, facing the front of your mat again. Maybe bring your hand to the inside of your left foot. Lift your leg up, swing it around. Adjust your hands and your feet coming into downward facing dog. And we'll do that leading with the left leg. So inhale, sweep your left leg up, reach it high. Externally rotate your hips, swing your leg around. Pivot your feet coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Continue that path, circling back towards the back of your mat again. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, pick your leg up, and swing it behind you. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, rotate your leg out to the side as you bring the leg forward. Twist coming into a forward fold. Continue pivoting around so your right foot is forward again. Pick your right leg up, swing it around behind, coming back to downward facing dog. And lower your knees to the ground. Either line your right toes up with your right knee or bring it out to the side a little bit. Bring your right hand a little off to the side. Stretch your left leg back and then stack your hips. Reach your left arm and leg up and lower them down, reaching toes toward the ground, fingers toward the ground, hips toward the sky. Inhale, reach up, lift up. And exhale. Nice big stretch. One more time. Inhale, reach up, lift up. This time, swing your left leg forward, twisting to the left. Maybe a little arch toward the sky. And lower your left hand down. Twist open to the right. Lower your right hand down. Pick your right knee up. Shift your hips back, straightening both legs. Bow over your legs. Push down and forward into the ground to send your hips up and back. Then bend your left knee forward. Keep the right heel lifted. Rise up. Crescent lunge. Open up. Circle the wrists. Square your hips. Extend outward and upward through your heart. And slowly lower your hands back down. Step back, down dog. Lower your knees down. Same thing left side. So left toes either in line with your knee or a little bit out to the left. Bring your left hand out to the left. Stretch your right leg back. Reach your right leg up and your right arm up. Then lower your right toes down, reaching your right fingertips to the floor, lifting your ribs up. And just go back and forth a couple more times. Just take the time to really open up into that stretch. One more time. This time, swing your right leg forward, coming into a twist to the right. Maybe a little back bend here. Bring your right hand down and twist to the left. Bring your left hand down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up, straighten both legs, bowing over your leg. Maybe doing a little cat-cow waves with your spine if you like. And bend your front knee forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Open up through your heart. Maybe circle your wrists as you extend your heart outward and upward. And lower your hands back down. Step back, downward facing dog. You can just shift your hips from side to side. Look towards your hands and come up onto your tiptoes, walk your feet forward. Come up onto your fingertips and hike your left hip up, bringing your foot off the floor and aim high to tap. We'll do 3 taps. Lower your left foot down, hike your right hip up, tap your right toes to your right arm 3 times. Good. Lift and spread the toes again, sprinkle them down, rise all the way up. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms up. Keep reaching up through your arms and then twist to your right, finding a little back bend, reaching your heart toward the sky. Keep reaching through your arms and twist to the left. Again, little upward lift. 2 more times each side, just moving slowly. And last one, twisting, spiraling to the left. Again, come back to center. Press down through your toes, hug your ankles in towards each other, lift up. And slowly lower down, forward fold. Step back into plank. Bend your knees. Just bend and straighten your knees. Just bringing your knees forward and back. Now think of bending your knees forward, but stretching back through your heels. And push the knees forward again. Reach back through your heels. So instead of leading from the knees when we go to straighten our legs, we're leading from the heels. Again, knees forward, heels down. Bend your knees forward, bring your right hand toward the center of your mat, pivot your feet. Either step your left foot in front or stack your left foot on top of the right. Lift your hips up high, push into your right hand to lift out of your right shoulder, reach your arm up. And see if you can reach your right leg, left leg up, or stay where you are. And maybe step your foot behind you, open up, wild thing. And come back to downward facing dog. We'll play with the other side. So bend your knees, pivot your toes to the right, step your left hand in toward the center of your mat. Either stack your right foot on top of the left, or step your right foot forward, reach your hips up, and then reach your right leg up. Keep lifting up through the hips. And maybe step your foot back behind you a little bit, open up, wild thing. And come on back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way forward. So push into your hands, round your spine. Step your foot forward. Rotate the back heel open. Push into your front foot to straighten that leg. And think of nice opening up. Open up the shoulders and the hips. So your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, and reach your fingertips toward the sky. Circle your wrists. Press even more firmly into the earth so you pull energy in to rise up. And reach your arm over your ear. And reach your fingers back toward your toes. Inhale, sweep your arm forward and reach. Exhale, reach your arm back and soften. One more time, inhale, reach forward. This time, bring your left hand down, bend your right knee forward and twist to your right. Lower the right hand down, straighten both legs, bow over your legs. Inhale, ripple forward, come forward into crescent lunge, rise up. And exhale, lower down, step back, down dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, hug everything in tight. Pull your knee up, keep your knee up and your foot up as you step forward. Rotate the back heel down. Push into your left foot to straighten your leg, open up, triangle. Notice the more you ground, the more you can rise. Reach your right arm forward and back. A couple more times, inhale forward. Exhale, reach back. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale back, swing the back arm forward, bend your front knee and twist to the left. And circle the back arm forward, rise up, crescent lunge, open up. And lower your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. And just let the sensations marinate here so they're being more and more absorbed and integrated into your body. Let your body move however it wants to move. Bend your knees, lower your knees to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Lower your hips and come onto your forearms into Sphinx pose. Press down into your hands, press down into your feet, and rise up through your heart. Then we're going to come onto our right side, extending the right arm forward. Try and line your feet up with your knees to your hips to your shoulders to your hands. Then bend the left knee, put your left foot on your left inner thigh. We're doing reclined tree pose. So reach your left arm over your ear. And see if you can find a balance point. So you can relax here in your tree pose. My knee is not facing directly upward. It's off to an angle a little bit. If you open your knee up too much, you might start to fall back. But find your own balance. And keep your chin slightly lifted, just so you're not tucking your chin and having a tendency to encourage that rounding of your spine. And we'll just stay here for a few more breaths. And pick your knee up, straighten your leg, bring your left arm back, roll back onto your belly. Rise up, cobra. Lower down, tuck your toes, press back, down dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, and we'll circle it around like we did in the beginning of our practice. Coming to face the back of your mat. Swing your left leg back behind you. Find your down dog. And lower your knees, lower your forearms. Come down onto your belly, coming back into Sphinx pose. Just take a few breaths here. Then we'll come into reclined tree pose on our left side. So find that alignment, kind of almost a straightish line between your fingertips and your toes. Bend your right knee, place your foot on your inner thigh, and reach your right arm over your ear. Keeping the chin lifted, not tucked. Not overly lifted, just kind of in a neutral position. And just relax here. We'll just stay here a few more breaths. And then bring your right hand back down. This time we're going to roll onto our backs. Cross your right knee above your left knee and see if you can hook your right toes on the inside of your left ankle. Bring your left arm forward and wrap the right arm underneath. So we're spiraling our arms and our legs around each other. And then exhale, touch your elbows to your knees. Inhale, touch your toes and your fingertips towards the floor. Exhale, again. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. That's 3. We'll go for 10. Exhale, touch. 4. Exhale, touch. That's 5. Inhale, release. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Unravel and switch sides. So you're wrapping in the opposite direction. And again, 10 taps. Inhaling to touch, elbows to knees. Exhaling to touch, toes to the floor. And you can even reach your arms up, toes and fingers to the floor. So we're on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the last one, 10. Unravel, coming into happy baby, and just gently rock from side to side. And then float your arms up, float your legs up in dead bug pose. Just let everything relax. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. And we'll just stretch out for a very short savasana. But you're welcome to stay longer if you like. And just focus on exhaling and letting go. Just a few more breaths here in Savasana. Giving yourself permission to relax and let go. And then start to bring some movement into your fingers and toes and make your way up into a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're feeling energized and that your spine is really feeling flexible and mobile and alert and awake. Please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully you're subscribed. Tell your friends and hope to see you again soon. Bye.